So we now continue with exercise 12.2 of the linear equations, the word problems. We are on question number 28. A steamer goes downstream and covers the distance between the two ports in 5 hours, while it covers the same distance upstream in 6 hours. If the speed of the stream is 1 km per hour, find the speed of the steamer in still water and the distance between the two ports. Okay. So again, we have a similar sum what we had in sum number 27, though we are about having it in the upstream and downstream condition. So what we'll say is that let the speed of steamer be x kilometer per hour. Okay. Therefore, speed, she goes downstream, right? So downstream is equals to x plus 1. Why x plus 1? Because the speed of the steam, the stream is 1 km per hour. So in downstream it will be adding. So it will be this much kilometer per hour. Now time up downstream is given as 5 hours. Therefore distance is equal to speed into time. So that will be 5 into x plus 1 or x plus 1 into 5. It's one and the same. So that will be 5x plus 5 kilometers. Similarly, they are given you the same distance. They are traveling upstream in 6 hours. So speed upstream is equal to x minus 1 kilometer per hour. Time upstream is equal to 6 hours. Therefore, distance is equal to 6 into x minus 1 is equal to 6x minus 6 kilometers. Now it is given that the distance is the same. Upstream and downstream, the distance is the same because it's the same distance upstream. So that's why 5x plus 5 is equal to 6x minus 6. So 5x minus 6x is equal to minus 6 minus 5. So minus x is equal to minus 11. So x is equal to 11 kilometers per hour. So the speed of the steamer in still water. So therefore speed in still water is equal to 11 kilometers per hour. We next need to see is the distance between the two. So distance, we can take any one of them, is the same thing. So it will be 5x minus plus 1. So it will be 5 into 11 plus 1. So 5 into 12 is equal to 60 kilometers. Okay, that gives you 60 kilometers. So this was sum number 28 as 60 kilometers and 11 kilometers per hour. So that was sum number 28. Got it? So in the previous question you had got the time to be same, but in this question you have got the distance to be same. That's why you found out the distance in the first case downstream, distance in the second case upstream, and you know both the distances are same, so you evaluate them to form the equation over here. So with that equation you solve and get the value of x, which is nothing but the speed of the steamer in still water. The distance we have taken this one and this one, both are same, so you can take any of them. Even if you take this one, it will be 66 minus 6 is 60. So it's the same thing. So that was sum number 28. Okay, now we move on to sum number 29. Okay, we move on to sum number 29. Distance between two places A and B is 350 kilometers. Two cars start simultaneously from A and B towards each other, and the distance between them after 4 hours is 62 kilometers. If the speed of car 1 is 8 kilometers less than the speed of the other car, find the speed of each car. So it is like a story, so we need to understand the story first. The story goes this way, that there is a point over here which is point A, and there is a point over here which is point B. The distance between this point and this point is 350 kilometers. There is a car A which is traveling at X kilometers per hour, and there is a car B which is going to start from the other direction towards each other. The distance between, the car 1 is 8 kilometers less than the speed of the other car. We'll take this as X. So the first car is 8 kilometers less, so it is this kilometers per hour. Okay, so you understand, they are trying to understand the question. So one car traveling at 8 kilometers less speed than the other car. The total distance is 350 kilometers. Both are coming towards each other. Okay, they are traveling in the direction that they are coming towards each other. What has happened is that this traveled for 4 hours and reached over here for 4 hours. And this also traveled for 4 hours and reached over here. And now they know that the distance between them is 62 kilometers. Okay, they are given that the distance after 4 hours, the distance between them after 4 hours is 62 kilometers. यानी ये इतना ट्रैवल किया और इसने इतना ट्रैवल किया, उसके बाद में दोनों के बीच में डिस्टेंस कितना है? 62 kilometers. So that means that whatever this particular condition, we know that distance is equal to speed into time. So according to the speed over here is x minus 8 and the time is 4 hours. So this distance over here is 4 times x minus 8, and over here the distance is speed into time. So speed is x and the time is 4 hours, so it is 4x. So the distance over here is 4x. So now what happens? This plus this plus this is equals to this. Distance travelled by this car in 4 hours is this much. Distance travelled by this car in 4 hours is this much. दोनों के बीच में का distance 62. So automatically this plus this will give you the total distance between A and B. That is what you are going to do. This is how you are going to solve this sum. So understand the concept of the sum, then the sum becomes easier. So let's see how to write this sum. So we'll say let speed of car at B be x kilometer per hour. Therefore, distance travelled by car B in 4 hours is equals to speed into time is equals to x into 4 is equals to 4x kilometers. Now, speed of car at A is equals to x minus 8 kilometer per hour. Therefore, distance travelled by car A in 4 hours is equals to speed into time is equals to 4x minus 8 into 4 is equals to 4x minus 32 kilometers. Okay. Total distance between A and B is equals to 350 kilometers. And distance not traveled is equals to 62 kilometers. So we have now so this gives us that this distance plus this distance plus this distance gives you this distance. Okay, so 4x plus 4x minus 32 plus 62 is equals to 350. Okay, distance moved by B, this is distance moved by A, and this is balance is equals to total. Okay, this is what we are doing. So this gives you 8x plus this is 30 is equals to 350. So 8x is equals to 350 minus 30. So 8x is equals to 320. X is equals to 320 upon 8. So that will be 40. So x is equals to 40 kilometers per hour. So what you need to find is, find the speed of each car. So therefore, speed of car B is equals to 40 kilometers per hour, and speed of car A is equals to 40 minus 8 is equals to 32 kilometers per hour. Okay, that was the sum number 29. Okay, if you understand the sum properly initially, then the sum becomes easy, but otherwise becomes difficult. So that's what we did. पहले x लिया, उसका distance find किया 4 hours में. ये second speed 4 hours में उसका distance. 62 kilometers is what is yet to be travelled. So you know that this distance plus this distance plus this distance give you 350, which is the total distance between A and B. Okay, this gives you as x is equal to 40 and x minus 8 is equal to 32 kilometers per hour. So there was sum number 29. We now move on to sum number 30. That brings us to the last question of the exercise in the 12.2. So let's see. Okay. Sum number 30. So let's understand what is there in sum number 30. 9 persons went to a hotel and take their dinner. 8 of them spent 60 each for the dinner, and the 9% spent 40 more than the average expenditure of all the 9. Okay, 40 more than the average of all the 9. How much money was spent by them of all? Okay, so now what we'll do is that we'll first consider, see, each and every, the 8 of them had spent 60. Okay, and 9% spent 40 more than the average of all the 9. Okay, average of all the 9 is important. Now here the main thing is that we need to understand what is the average. Now our average is the sum of observation upon number of observations. That we what we did in mean. So the average यानी क्या होता है? Total number of observations upon number of observations. Okay, sum of observations upon number of observations. यानी, so if you consider that each and every person spent rupees 8 got spent 8, so it will be 16 plus 16 plus 60 ऐसे करके 8 times. So 8 times 60 is a total of 8 people, and X is the 9th person. So we will do it this way. Let amount spent by 9th person bx. Amount spent by 8th person is equals to rupees 40 each. Okay, that is rupees 60 each. Sorry, it is 60 each. Therefore, total spent by 8 is equals to 60 into 8 is equals to 480 rupees. Therefore, total spent by 9 person is equals to 480 plus x. This is the amount what all of them spent together. Okay. Any confusion over here? I don't think there should be any confusion right now. So there were 8 people who spent 60 each, so 480 था, और 9th वाले ने x rupees डाला. वो x किससे ज़्यादा है कम है वो हम लोग नहीं देख रहे हैं. We are just trying to see this way later. Now I know the formula for average. What is average? Average is equals to total spent upon number of persons. Okay, that is sum of observation upon number of observations. Sum of observation nothing but total spent. So that will be 480 plus x upon 9. Okay, 480 plus x upon 9 is the average of this thing. Now you know that ये जो average spending जो है x is 40 more than the average. See, it is given to you that the 9th person spent 40 more than the average expenditure of all 9. So you know average is this much. Average expenditure is this many rupees. So we know that x is equals to 40 more than average. So it is x is equals to 480 plus x upon 9 plus 40. This is the equation we are talking about. Now, what we'll do is that we are going to get rid of this 9 first. So it will be x is equals to 480 plus x plus this into this is 360, the whole upon 9. The 9 you can take it on this side, but okay, we'll leave it right now as it is. So it will be x is equals to, so you know the addition of this two will be 0 and then it will be 4 and carry forward 1. So 840 plus x upon 9. So we'll take the 9 over here. So it will be 9x is equals to 840 plus x. So 9x minus x is equals to 840. So 8x is equals to 840. So x is equals to 840 upon 8. So that will give you 105. Therefore x is equals to rupees 105. So the amount spent by, how much money was spent by all of them. So the question was how much money was spent by all of them. So I just write here because it's over. So here total amount spent is equals to 480 plus x is equals to 480 plus 105 is equals to 585 rupees. So the total amount spent was rupees 585 rupees is the total expenditure of all the 9 persons together. Okay, so that was sum number 30, right? Understood properly. You need to know, important over here is the formula for average. Average is here to sum of observation. You can write it as sum of observation upon number of observations, or you can, so it is like this, sum of observation upon number of observation. Okay, so sum of observation upon number of observation. Sum of observation is nothing but the total amount spent by all the 9 people. That comes out to be 480 plus x, and the number of persons is number of observation is 9. So that is the average. This is the average. So accordingly we know that x is equals to 40 more than the average, and hence you are getting this equation. Okay, so this was the end of the exercise 12.2. Yeah, so I'll end the video over here. I don't want to continue further. We'll talk about the 12.3 if it is done in the school. Okay, so thank you.